Hello, I'm Wanderer001, and let's get this review started. After a quick disclaimer, tplink did reach out to me and provide me with the Tapo pan tilt camera for the purposes of doing an unbiased review. What you're looking at here is reasonably small for what you're getting. For factor-wise, it's just shy of being 3 inches tall, so it sits in places where you couldn't get other pan tilt cameras. Right here, we have where all of the action actually happens in the Tapo here. This is the housing for the camera ball itself. At the top here, you have a LED status light. Coming down, we have the lens for the Tapo. This is a 2304 by 12. 96 aspect ratio with 114 degrees vertical view and 360 degrees horizontal because the whole thing can turn. And this lens is also how you're getting that 2000 quality. On either side of the lens, there are 2 eye lights, bringing this to a total of 4. The eye lights are kind of stacked, one next to each other. So rather than some cameras that have them corners or spread out a little more, Tapo here on their pan tilt have it lined up across the lens. Coming under we have our microphone. And if we roll the camera back, you have access to your micro SD card slot, which supports up to a 256 gigabyte SD card. One of the things I want to talk about with this lens is notice how large this cutout is. Actually has the lowest field of view than I've ever tested. Because of this large cutout, you can actually aim the Tapo camera lens down very far. And since we're still talking about our camera lens area here, those eye lights have a range of 30 feet. Coming down, really, there's nothing else to look at in the front. They have like this little skirt, I'm gonna call it. And this skirt, in my opinion, is kind of good because in a lot of other pan tilt cameras, when you try and grab the bottom, well, because it rotates, you're grabbing onto something that's rotating. With this, the rotation portion is under the skirt, so you got a lot of room to grab onto and spin this around. Because let's take a look at the back right here. We've got our speaker for our two-way communication underneath the skirt, and on our portion that rotates, you have your power supply right there. And then we'll flip it over. And right here, we have 3 rubber feeties to help keep this in place, as well as a channel for the included mounting plate. Should you wish to mount this and not just have it placed now, you can mount this upside down and flip your video so that you will get video in the correct format. There are some other things to consider with the hardware, such as, well, you can do 2-way audio. There's a speaker back there. How does it sound? Also, hey, there's some movement that happens for the bass. For the lens, what does that sound like? Are people gonna notice if I'm rotating the camera around? Let's take a listen to an audio sample of both the speaker and the motors. Sally sells seashells by the seashore. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Test 1 test to test 3 and test movement test for sound. So all in all, not too bad. The motors actually were very quiet compared to some others that I've tested. That was a pleasant surprise now. For those of you who are in the Alexa or Google Home voice assistant universes and have smart screen, Tapo here is compatible with both, so you can actually trigger your video feed to those devices if you have them. I was pleasantly surprised with what I considered an unknown brand to myself. If you are in the market for a pan tilt camera that has 2,000 person detection, local storage, and a small form factor, I recommend checking out the tplink Tapo pan tilt here. Don't forget to like and comment. Thanks for watching.